What's up everyone, it's Crispy here, and here we are with Reprise 10, otherwise known as Transcendence 13. I'm going to show you how you can ignore every single mechanic in this fight and just Oonga Boonga it. I wanted to get my revenge on this stage so bad that I put Weiss in here, but I also was like, you know what, I don't want to use too many units, so I'm going to use Auron. Now the thing about my Auron is, I have his speed passives removed, and he does not have his BT, just FR. Well, not just FR, he has his other weapons up to his FR. Now, to basically ignore everything, for this first stage, you want to rush them down. It's okay if they get turns, you just do not want them to activate their FR. If they activate their FR, you're going to be above 50% health, and you're going to get KO. Now, the thing is, the second wave does not even have an FR gauge, so you'll be fine, and we'll get to that when we get to it, though. Let's use skill 2, get our buff up. We're not going to use our BT just yet. We're going to save that for the second stage. Yeah, the second stage. I had to think for a second there. Alright. Now, the thing about this is buff management. You cannot let your buffs of... I do this just to get some little HP overheal just in case something does happen. Alright, let's go. What was I saying? You do not want your buffs for Weiss to fall off. The buff that I am talking about is his EX buff. Absolutely need his EX buff so you can do the Bullets of Rain. Bullets of Rain is essential in this. Absolutely essential. I kid you not. And I also have Auron's 35 CP weapon passive removed because I don't want the speed buff. If you haven't played Auron before and you just pulled on his banner recently, you never want his 35 CP weapon passive equipped because you don't want speed. You want Auron to get the least amount of turns possible so that you can focus on countering. This whole comp is built around counters. And basically just having a high percentage of FR on the enemy's turns, it's really, really good in my opinion. Not trying to toot my own horn or anything, you know, but it worked out, and my revenge was... Oh, they say it's a dish best served cold. Well, it was a dish best served with bullets and counters. It was, mwah, chef's kiss. And I know a couple of you guys are struggling with Transcendence 13 still, so if you watch this video, I hope this can give you some insight on that stage, because it has been a while since I ran that stage. And honestly, when I ran it back then, I didn't even pass the HP requirement. I waited a couple weeks and then did it again because I forgot about it, if I'm being honest. My buddy Chris5258 reminded me that I didn't have the newest plate. And I was like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, oh my god, I forgot to do Transcendence. So I had to go back and redo it, and that was just annoying because of the units that I had. I didn't have any echoes with Jack Garland, only with Seiss. Oh, actually, Seiss didn't even have echoes. And then Jack from Type 0 was my unit that I used for the HP little thing, which was god-awful annoying. Oh, just countered. Beautiful. Eliminate E, and this EX should eliminate the both of them. I can use the EX here because on the next wave, which you will see, the enemy gets instant turn rate. No matter what. As soon as you attack, they'll get instant turn rate, which is fantastic for me because guess what? I'm running an off-turn comp. Perfect. Like, I couldn't ask for anything better. And we're getting our FR gauge up. It's perfect. Let's see. What's falling off? Windrake's Word. That's right. We're going to use an LD. The calls don't even matter for this comp. Bring whatever you want. I brought Ifrit Summon just so I could make sure that I'm getting as much DPS as possible. Like I'm capping on my attacks. I would usually bring Brother Summon so I can get a higher Brave. Max Brave. But... there's no telling if you're even going to hit that Max Brave on this stage. Alright, now what I'll do right here... thinking about using the BT, but I'm going to wait just a little bit, because I want to get a little more damage off on them before I activate the FR. And last, I did run this stage before because I didn't want to do commentary 1,000,001 times and have to reset if something were to happen and get frustrated and then just not do commentary. I like talking through these stages, not just having blind runs up on here and having you guys figure it out yourself or just try to figure out what's going through my head when I'm doing something. Now, the last time I did this, I used the Weiss's FR. I was thinking about using Auron's this time since it's a bunch of off-turn damage, but I will refrain and just do the same thing that I did last time, just to replicate and make sure I don't mess anything up. Because God forbid I do something different, which I already have done actually. I haven't used the BT yet. But once we use that BT, it'll be great because we can avoid debuffs. And throughout this whole comp, I didn't use the BT phase. I would refrain from using the BT phase unless you need to use it in the first round to like DPS rush them. Then I'd say, oh, go for it. Honestly, I should have used it in the first round. That probably would have been better. But then I wouldn't have built my FR gauge up as fast. Blah, 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 blah. So, with fast DPS comes slow FR gauge if you use the BT. Now we're just chipping away right now. We might have more turns left on my FR than I did last time. I had, I think, 3 turns left. I actually used the summon to finish them off. I just popped it and boom, KO'd the enemy. But you're ignoring all mechanics at this point. Even if they're countering, it doesn't matter because Auron is protecting you. If you have a BT, I think you might even be able to Auron solo this. I was on the verge of just going and rage pulling for his BT, not because I couldn't pass the stage because I did do it first try, but because I love Auron and just having more DPS for this would have made it a million times better. Plus, you could use a changed HP attack and dump a ton of damage on them rather than just use his skill 1, skill 2, or LD. Alright. This video will be a little longer because it's an off-turn comp. With off-turn comps come the length of the video. Alright. And look, we're just... Auron's dusting them. I really probably should use Auron's FR just because the FR mechanics cater to off-turn. But on the final wave, we're not going to be doing off-turn damage. Our strats are actually going to be... We need to have like almost 900% on our FR and just try and dish out as much damage as humanly possible in the least amount of time. Perfect. FR is on. Bullets range. Weiss. Oh, I love. Oh, I'm so glad one of my top 2 characters is in here. I've gotten Queena. I've gotten Amarant's in the game now in JP. And I've gotten Weiss. Now all I need is Angeal and Genesis. And I don't care who gets in after that. It doesn't matter to me. Thunder God Sid would be dope, but I never played that game, so I don't know much about him. I know Bard would kill me for saying that. Sorry, buddy. Alright, yeah, this is just kind of self-explanatory at this moment. I won't use the EX because I don't want to... Well, I mean, it wouldn't even matter if I delayed them because they would get instant turn rate. But I am going to use his FR just to get a little percentage up in the beginning. I will be saving the other echoes for the final stage or the final wave. And I will only be using them kind of like towards the end because they do a lot more HP dumps than their normal attacks. And I want to maximize my potential. Alright. And on the final stage wave, instead of using skill 2 most of the time, I'll probably be using the LD, since it just has a little more HP dumps. It's 2 hits with 7 dumps. Skill 2, I think it's like 3 hits, 4 dumps. So yeah, the math is mathin' right there, you know? And it is going to go up slowly. It's going to go up by +5 because it's a melee off-turn, which is satisfying one of Weiss's conditions. Oh yeah, ignore all these conditions. Now... this revenge feels so good. Because I did struggle with this stage originally just based on my team comp. I was being stubborn and I wanted to use Jack Garland, Seiss, and Jack from Type 0. Jack from Type 0 hasn't had anything added to his kit in about 80 years. Like, it's like watching the Titanic, you know, when she says, it's been 83 or 85 years. Yeah, that's about when Jack got some reworks on. I don't even know if he has an FR yet in JP. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen it. Man. And I just love how Weiss's 35 CP weapon, the colors just synergize so well. They just make his his alternate costume pop. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm still thinking about pulling for Auron's BT if I'm being honest with y'all, but I know it wouldn't be a smart thing to do, but I have like a gajillion gems and I don't really give a damn about it. Now for free-to-play players or people who just started, I wouldn't recommend doing what I'm doing, obviously. I've been playing since the game's release, and I'm an exception to that rule, I would say, since I've been able to build up so many resources, and I do buy costumes, so I do get an extra 5,000 gems sometimes. I don't buy costumes all the time, but it's a little bit, you know. I'm not a whale, I'm more of like a dolphin. I know this might be so boring to y'all, but if you've struggled with this stage and you haven't been able to pass it in Transcendence, I hope this helps you out. And you know how satisfying this is to watch, because I'm just letting the game play itself. I'm not pressing anything. Now, if I had my way, both of them will get KO'd right now, but I know they're not. Yeah. Unfortunate. So I am going to waste a turn of the FR. I think last time I went in there with 9. But I think we're going to be okay. Alright. Now, for the final wave, it will start off with a 1 million, I think, brave damage shield. Yeah, it's pretty insane. I'm not going to use the EX because I actually don't want to delay. I want a little off turn if I can. He's not going to KO me, it doesn't matter. Okay, Weiss is going to be the one to get the shield down. I will be using his LD. Then after this, I'll probably use the FRs, the Echoes. I didn't want to use the Echoes while he had the shield up because that would just waste a ton of the HP potential that I could get. And there you go. Now here we go. I do not want to delay at all. I will not be using the EX. I will be using probably just the LD for Auron. And then I need to check Weiss's buffs to make sure his EX is good. The Blades of Ruin. We don't want that to fall off. Okay, it's good. 4 and 5, whatever those are, doesn't matter. There's a lot. I'll be using the FR right now. And then we're just going to have to absolutely dish out as much damage as humanly possible, like I stated earlier. Here we go. Bullets of Ruin. Indulge me. Clearly you are a hazard. I thought that said, when I first saw it, clearly you are a bastard, and I was like, oh shit, okay guys, like, you really don't care, dude. Doing a ton of damage, you love to see it. I could wait to use his EX so I could get a little more percent on the FR. And by him I mean Weiss, but I'm not going to do that, I really don't care. And his BT effect is about to fall off, but we're towards the end. I'm not really concerned with dodging debuffs or the true HP damage, which actually I am a little, I would rather like prefer to have that, but you know, it is what it is. LD time, we have one more we'll use. And these off turns right here is going to be essential to the DPS that we're going to pump out right now. 70. Ooh, I love it. Now last time I was at 999% at like 3 turns. I want to say I am a little behind right now, but it is what it is. I got a lot more off turns last time. So you see this is 3 melee hits with 6 dumps. This is 2 with 7, so I think I will use the LD. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. He might get KO'd on the off turn. No, I won't. Maybe I will end it the exact same way with the summon. That would be dope. No, I'm not. I was at 8% when I summoned. I'm going to do it right now just so I can get that damage and our max brave up. Oh, I did. Okay. Well, that's the stage. I hope y'all enjoyed that absolute ignore mechanics fest. The revenge was so sweet. It was a dish best served with counters and bullets from Weiss. I hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If this helped you out, I'm still debating on which one to put here. I'm thinking Shulk or Kadaj. But catch you on the next video. Peace.